Now, when it comes to MetaQuest accessories, I don't like wasting money, in short. So if I don't need or have a proper use case for an extra, then there's no way in hell that I'm getting it. So everything I'm recommending here today is based on proven use case. And then when I bought it, I actually went, yeah, you know what? This really does enhance my user experience with the MetaQuest. I will leave links to everything that I'm talking to about today in the description. I get all of my stuff on Amazon. Go ahead, check them out. So number one is the Silicone facial insert. The Silicone interface was actually a standard feature of the MetaQuest 2, which I actually really liked. And when they brought out the MetaQuest 3, they've used a different material for the standard. And the standard material is almost like, how do you describe it? It's almost like a nylon or it's a more of a fabric-y feel. It's not a rubbery feel like this. So you can imagine when you start sweating, the material that the standard interface is made of soaks up sweat a lot more. That's gross for a few reasons. Obviously, you can't wash the thing, so getting the sweat out of it is not just as simple as giving it a wipe down. And then not only that, if you're using the head strap and you're doing shared gameplay, having all of your sweat transfer into that absorbent interface. For that reason, I found it quite gross and unhygienic. With the Silicone facial interface, that's not really a problem. So you can use an antibacterial wipe, or you can just use a bit of antibacterial spray with a bit of paper towel, wipe it off. It's clean and, shareable. That's why I ended up picking the Silicone facial insert, and I am very glad that I did. Accessory number 2 on the list for a MetaQuest 3 is some sort of battery-powered headset. Now, I say some sort because there is a variety on the market that do an excellent job. I've got the Bobo VR M3 Pro, I've got the Kiwi Comfort strap with the battery, and I also have the MetaQuest 3 Elite strap with battery too. So I've got all 3 of them. I've tried all 3 of them. I have videos coming on all 3 of them, but I can safely say that all 3 of them do very similar jobs. They make the fit of the headset way more comfortable, but most importantly, they extend the battery life significantly. So having something that makes the headset more comfortable and gives you more time with gameplay, I think is a bonus. And it's something that I would definitely recommend over that regular head strap that Meta have put on these MetaQuest 3. I hate it, and I was really, really miffed when I bought my MetaQuest 3 because at the time of buying it, I purchased the blue strap as well. The blue strap is exactly the same as the original strap. It's just blue, and I felt very ripped off because of the cost that it was. If I had have just waited and then gotten the Elite strap, I probably would have been a lot happier with my MetaQuest purchase. But all in all, a battery-powered comfort strap is definitely the way to go. So next on my list of MetaQuest 3 accessories is, of course, the carry case. Now, the carry case is also one of those products that has been copied by third-party companies to a very good degree, meaning that they do exactly the same thing. However, I don't know why I'm like this, but I really like all of my stuff to be cohesive. So because I have a MetaQuest 3, I want the MetaQuest Elite strap, and I want the MetaQuest carrying case, and I want the MetaQuest facial insert. I just like cohesion. So I guess that's why I am drawn to the Meta version of things, even though they are a little bit more pricey. But the cool thing about these carrying cases is they keep everything organized. The Quest 3 carry case in particular is a major upgrade to the Quest 2 carry case. So they've created all of these compartments that you can put in it, specifically for your charger. He sits in there nicely. The compartment for the charger on the old one was just like this little nook. To be honest, there was space for it, but not as organized. And also the slots for the controllers that they go in were definitely not as beautiful as the ones that they've got here. The ones that they've got here fit the controllers perfectly. The cable gets hidden away nice and neatly. And of course, the headset, regardless of the strap you have, all fits in there nice and beautifully. So it keeps everything beautiful and organized. But the other thing that the case serves a really good purpose for is not just organization, but also protection. So when we actually look at the Quest 3, we've got the cameras on the front. These are responsible for the amazing pass-through. And then we've also got the pancake lenses. Those specifically are elements that really enhance the user experience, and they're expensive to replace. So if you can protect your device from the outset, you're always going to be better off. And it's something that I would definitely recommend out of anything, actually. I would recommend the case as the first thing that you get, and then, the head strap and all of the other bells and whistles later, because this is something that will protect the actual device. If you've got the Quest 3, you've spent the money, you've invested, so you want to protect your investment by, keeping it safe and in good condition. Alrighty, next on the list of MetaQuest accessories is the active straps. These, oh my God, am I obsessed with these? or what? Now, the thing I like about these is they obviously keep the controllers really secure in your hands compared to the original wrist straps that they put on there. The original wrist straps, they're pretty shitty if you ask me. They don't really feel supportive. It's kind of like, oh, I hope I don't drop this, or it doesn't really make it feel secure. These, on the other hand, literally, I do not feel like at any point during gameplay, my controllers are going to go anywhere. You know, even if I get tired or if I accidentally let go like this, it's no big drama. And to be honest, these actually make it feel like an extension of my hands. I just really love it. And also the coloring of them, they're dark. They don't get dirty. The other little wrist straps that come with it originally, they do get grubby because they're white. These, on the other hand, no. So secure, more peace of mind during gameplay. They don't get dirty. And I think overall, they're just a really, really handy thing to have. These are probably not the number one thing that I would get, like the case or the head strap. But after making the purchase, they're definitely something that I did not regret getting. So active straps all the way. I think there is also third-party brands that are making these as well for a lot cheaper. Again, I'm a Meta guy. I really like my cohesion. So I got the Meta active straps all the way. Now for the fifth and final accessory that I would recommend every MetaQuest user get is a Google Chromecast. Now, I've done a lot of videos about this, how to cast your MetaQuest 3 to a television. The first thing everyone needs to know when it comes to this is MetaQuest is only compatible with Chromecast at this point, okay? So what that means is if you do not have a Google Android TV that has Chromecast already built into it, you will need an external Chromecast device that plugs into your television in order to cast from the headset to the television. It is quite frustrating that in a lot of cases, you've got to go and get yet another piece of hardware to do this. However, being able to cast to the television, particularly when you're playing VR with your friends so they can see what you're doing, is a really big game changer, and it's a necessity if you want to engage in that. So sure, you can always cast to your computer and have your friends watch it that way, but I always find casting to the television is a lot more fun because everyone can see what's going on. So yeah, a Google Chromecast comes in handy for that. The other benefits to having a Chromecast though, other than just being able to stream your MetaQuest device to a television, is it means that you can take casting with you everywhere. So if you go traveling, particularly with friends or family, you can package up your Chromecast into a little tiny box and it can go with you everywhere you go. So every TV that you come across when you're traveling, you can also plug the Chromecast into that and cast to it. The other thing is Chromecast also turns regular televisions into smart televisions. So TVs that don't by default have access to Netflix or Disney Plus or YouTube. Chromecast brings all of that to a regular TV, which I really, really love. So despite any MetaQuest related stuff, Chromecast is just a good thing to have in general, particularly when you travel around, because you can take it anywhere with you. As long as you've got an internet connection, you can make it work with just about any TV. And I think if you don't have one, you're a fool. And yeah, that's basically it. So they're my 5 MetaQuest 3 accessories that I think every Quest owner should have. Remember, I don't like to spend money on useless shit that I don't need. And after getting all of these things, they have really enriched my gameplay experience. Again, like I was saying before, I probably wouldn't buy all of these at once because it can end up costing you quite a lot of money to buy it all in one heap. However, over time, if you look at accumulating accessories that are going to enhance your user experience, particularly if you start using your device more and more, these things will make it 10 times better. Only thing I would recommend that you buy with the MetaQuest 3 is that carry case, okay? Because you've got to keep it protected. You don't want to be carrying it around or transporting it in a plastic bag because literally that's the worst thing that you could possibly do. Makes me quiver thinking about it. Pardon me. Don't do that. So yeah, if you've already got a MetaQuest 3 and you've got accessories that you like that I didn't mention, make sure you leave a comment telling me what they are. If you end up trying any of these accessories that I've recommended today, also let me know in the comment section below. And if you do want to purchase any of these, there will be links to all of these over on Amazon for you in the description. Okay, please remember to hit that love button for the algorithm so my content reaches more people, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.